to be letting you guys know the products that I will be using. I'm going to be using the Celestial Thunder palette by Dominique Cosmetics. And to highlight my inner corner, I will be using the Bronze Brighten Trio by Pure. I already did one eye off camera, and to prime my eyes, I used the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Ivory. Please keep in mind that you do not have to use the same palette as I am. You could use whatever palette works best for you. But here I'm going to be dipping into the shade Lunar Eclipse, and I'm going to be coating the entire brush. Here I'm going to be placing that shade in my crease, blending it out to look seamless. This is going to be my transition shade. I am going to be blending it a little bit higher than usual. I did go ahead and put this part in fast forward just so you wouldn't be bored watching me blend. Just a little side note, I did want my shadow to be a little bit darker, so I went ahead and went back into that shade and put a little bit more on my crease. Just keep in mind that you do not want it as dark as I did. You can always go back with a clean brush and blend it until you get it as light as you want. And remember, if you want it darker, just go back in and add a little bit more color to your lid. Sorry, it does look a little bit messy, but just keep blending until you get it where you want it. Here I'm going to be dipping into the shade Storm Dust. As you can see there, it is more of a burnt orange compared to the first one that I used that was brighter. Here I'm going to be placing that shade in my crease as well, just because I wanted a little bit more dimension. Just keep in mind, you don't have to use a darker orange. You can always use a brown or a black. It's all preference. I did want it to be a burnt orange just because I wanted it to match a little bit with the bright orange that I used the first time and the shimmer I'm going to be using at the end. Here I did go ahead and put this part in fast forward as well, just because I don't want you guys to be bored. But just remember, blend until you get it where you want it, and you don't have to use the same colors that I did. Here I just switched brushes, but I'm still using that same shade Storm Dust. Just because this brush is a little bit easier to get in my crease and it's more dense. It picks up a lot more product, but just keep in mind, you don't have to switch brushes. You could just keep using the same brush. Just keep blending until you get it as dark as you want. Here I did go ahead and switch brushes again, just because this brush disperses a lot of color, but at the same time blending. But I'm still sticking to the same shade Storm Dust. Just keep blending and blending until you get it as dark as you want. You don't have to keep switching brushes like I am. You could just keep using the same brush. Or if you want it a little bit lighter, you don't want it dark, you just remember, get a clean brush and blend. Here I am picking up the shade Fireball with my finger. This is a clip of the first eye that I did. I just wanted you guys to see clearly where I was placing the shadow. I did go ahead and place this shade in the front portion of my eye. You can use a brush. It's all preference. I did use my finger just because I like the color payoff. If you like more pigment laid down on your eye, you can always use a brush and wet it if you'd like. But I did go ahead and use my finger. Here I'm dipping into the shade Afterglow with the flat brush. I am going to use this shade to highlight my inner corner. Remember, you do not have to use the same highlight that I did. You can use whatever highlighter works best for you. I did go ahead and use my brush here just because I have nails on, but in my opinion, using your finger lays down a lot more pigment. Once you're done highlighting your inner corner, this is what it should look like. Here's just a short clip of what it looks like with lashes on. Yeah guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe.